Hello everyone, this is Romario with a new legacy video, and for this video I will be trying another version of blue-red Cori-Steel Cutter. I've been having a lot of fun playing this deck online and trying different lists here and there. Eventually I came across this one from the NRG series that took place in Illinois. It was like a 98 player event. Burn ended up taking out the whole event. But I saw this list and I really liked it. I this list is still playing the same Cori-Steel Cutter elements. Now we still have basically the same mana base. The four Volcanic Islands, the one basic island, the four Wastelands, the Thundering Falls, and the fetch lands. And then the Mishra's Baubles, of course, because they help get into Delirium, help trigger DRC, help trigger Cori-Steel Cutter. The cantrips, those vary a little bit from list to list, but in this one we have the four Brainstorms, the four Ponders, but there's no preordains or no portents. Instead, we have two copies of Search for Extraction in that slot, which again, blue-black reanimator decks are pretty popular in the format right now, so in a way it kind of makes sense to have this card in the main deck. It is a little, it is a card that's a blank against a lot of other decks in the format, but it's also a card that you can trigger Cori-Steel Cutter for free. It adds up to Murktide. There's little things you can even sometimes do by extracting your own graveyard to make your Murktide get bigger. It triggers DRC. So it is obviously sword and arrow, but it's got some other applications in the format too. In testing, there were a few times that I even if you're playing against a show and tell deck, you can surgical a show and tell, or you can surgical a Force of Will to guarantee, or not guarantee, but make it more likable that your Force of Wills are likable. No, I'm sorry, likely that your Force of Wills are going to resolve after that. But maybe I'm just coping here, to try to get surgical extraction in the main deck. And then of course we have the four lightning bolts, one copy in the Unholy Heat. That I think that's kind of like a stock burn spell combination for these decks. And then of course the 4 Daze and 4 Force of Wills, the 4 Cori-Steel Cutters. And then here we've only got one copy of Brazen Borrower. I've seen some lists going up to 2 copies. And then 3 copies of Murktide Regent, which is another card that sometimes you see only 2, sometimes you see 3. And 3 copies of Tamiyo, Inquisitive Student. This one is another one that I think 3 is a number that I like. I'm not sure if I like 4, but there's also seems some lists playing only 1 or 2 copies. I think that might be too little. I mean, not too little, but not enough copies of Tamiyo. Because this deck sometimes, if you don't have the DRC or the Cori-Steel Cutter early in the game, it's kind of hard for you to find ways to. I know Tamiyo doesn't pressure your opponent's life total, but it does put them under the clock if you get to flip it. And obviously Cori-Steel Cutter and DRC are much better doing that early in the game, but Tamiyo is another alternative for you to kind of start make your opponent have to deal with your permanents, right? Your threats, right? And then on the sideboard we get 2 copies of Consign to Memory. Also, by the way, before I go any further on the sideboard, I like how the sideboard is built. It's pretty straightforward. If you notice, we get 2 copies of Consign to Memory, 2 copies of Hydroblast, 2 copies of Force of Negation. Then we do have 3 copies of Pyroblast, which kind of breaks the 2 copies the consecutive 2 copies of spells in the sideboard. So we got 3 copies of Pyroblast, 1 copy of Unholy Heat, 1 Meltdown. I was about to say 2. 2 Grafdigger's Cage and 2 Null Rods. So the 2 Null Rods, that seems a little different from the other Cori-Steel Cutter list I've seen, but Mystic Forge is a deck that's everywhere too on Magic Online and in paper. So I actually like Null Rod a lot in the current meta. Meltdown has been a little underwhelming to me. Really the best thing it has done, it's killing Urza Saga tokens. Even against the Mystic Forge decks, it's kind of hard for you to cast this at a meaningful point of the game. Really, Meltdown against Mystic Forge, you're just killing mana rocks and voltaic keys and stuff like that, or just the keys and monoliths maybe. It doesn't hit the One Ring doesn't hit the planeswalkers. So Meltdown is all right. I think Null Rod is a much better card in that matchup. So I actually have like having the 2 cops and Null Rod. Unholy Heat is a card that has become the best way to deal with a card like Barrowgoyf that can kind of flip the matchup and dominate the game. Again, Grafdigger's Cage is like another card that you can bring for graveyard deck base decks. Also very good against Greenstone Zenith decks. Nadu has picked up some popularity, and Grafdigger's Cage is pretty good at kind of cornering that angle of the deck, right? When they have to search for their Nadu, or if you play against a Court of Calling list, like if they can search for the Nomads. Force of Negation, and just like a really good card against any type of combo or Chalice of the Void decks. Got a 3 Pyroblast. No, Legacy is very blue. Pyroblast always good. Hydroblast, again, that pretty good against all the mono red stompy decks. It's probably okay in the mirror too. Just being able to deal with things like Cori-Steel Cutter, DRCs, and you can also just counter their Pyroblast with your Hydroblast. Consign to Memory, just another card that it's pretty good against the Mystic Forge deck. Eldrazi is another deck that I've been running into in leagues here and there, like the more aggro Eldrazi deck, the ones that runs Reality Smasher and Thought Knots here. So pretty good there too. But really, this card here has countered more the One Rings than anything else, I think, for me. So it's a clean 1-mana answer. It is also good again, of course, against cards like Thassa's Oracle, but in my experience, it's just another layer to try to beat Thassa's Oracle's decks. Usually they have like an answer to this, or they discard from your hand, but also it's something you can do there too. But yeah, this is pretty similar to the list the last time I played Cori-Steel Cutter. I think the biggest difference is that Search for Extraction is the main deck. The sideboard is it's less let's say aggressive. There's like no Price of Progress or anything like this in the sideboard. No Blood Moons or those type of cards. It's a little bit more maybe like answering specific things that you want to answer. Like I said, the Null Rods are very specific to the deck you're trying to beat with this. The Grafdigger's Cage to Consign to Memory. So I like it. It makes it a little easier for its sideboard with this deck, I think, in my opinion. And again, as always, like if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And with that, we'll get going and play round 1. All right, round 1 of the league, and I will be on the play. Keep it like that. Given a choice. And I think this is fine. So I could try to ponder into counter magic, or opponent to I just play a Tamiyo on turn 1. Decisions. Let me see. I think. Well, this my opponent's taking a little bit to decide if they're gonna keep it. I think I kind of just want to ponder and look for a Daze, or like even a Brainstorm maybe for if I can flip Tamiyo the same turn. He's a Tamiyo on turn 1 doesn't accomplish very much, right? But it might make my opponent think that they have to deal with like ASAP. my opponent accept match and then just oh there you go. They kept their stick. All right, yeah. I'm kind of tempted to just go with the ponder line. Like I said, Tamiyo. I mean, I could ponder twice next turn to try to flip Tamiyo. All right, I'll play Tamiyo. Not. I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer here. Because playing Cori-Steel Cutter on curve is not great unless I have a Bauble or something to trigger it in the same turn. My experience, unless you know exactly what your opponent's playing, it might be better to just play a turn later. Well, okay. I guess in this case, for play a cutter, play this. By this, I mean Bauble. Force of Will. Okay. Gonna be the blue post deck. So one play I can try to make here is to try to Wasteland this and then try to Surgical. Three mana. K command, I guess. To kill Tamiyo. Perhaps, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Uh I guess try and draw a card. All right. One is deep in the tank. But yeah, I think the mission here is try to find a wasteland and oh, Daze too. Perfect. All right. Oof, that's helpful. Another token. On a wasteland. It will cost me a draw step that won't do anything, but yeah, I'm just gonna do this right now. We'll deal a little bit more damage. Cool. All right. So this deck, I don't know exactly what to do here. I know the line with surgical seemed cool, but I don't think is great against them, generally speaking. I do want Consign to memory. And I think I want Pyroblast. I think, generally speaking, Daze not as good on the draw. Um, But against this deck, I think I kind of wanted. Because their mana is a little tighter than the other decks. Excuse me, the other decks that play big mana. Um, Meltdown is a consideration too. Um, Null Rod for the one ring. And Unholy Heat just hits their planeswalkers, right? I mean, so is Force Negation. So maybe I'd do that. At some number of days and just bring the two Force Negations. Yeah. Bolts are ways to give a little bit of reach, right? Yeah, I think that's fine. Well, this hand would have been amazing with one land. Can I just trade the Murktide for a Volcanic Island? Alright, so I got a mulligan this one. Yeah, I can keep this one, I guess. So what do I want to put back? Probably Murktide, I guess. If I draw any. I have not seen this card in this deck. Oh, Waterlogged Techniques. Okay, I have seen this card before. This is not very common in this list, but I have seen it. But I don't believe they play any Wastelands, so I'm just gonna go ahead and Daze consigned to memory land. Yeah, I like all of these. I mean, the land I'm not gonna be able to draw, but I think it's fine. I could also not tap out too. Just the chalice. The chalice I need to counter that, I think. Yeah, I guess. So I think I don't think I want to draw the next deadline that's on top of my deck. I'm gonna hold up Consign. That's a Glimmer Post. I have 3 cards in hand. I'm gonna Pyroblast that. All right, so I mean, best card here would draw Daze or Force of Will. The Bauble. All right. If that doesn't resolve, at least I get 2 redraws. Let me see what I'm gonna draw. Lightning Bolt. That's not great. What they're gonna draw. Ugh. They can play something. Oh no, it's a Glimmer Pulse here. Never mind. I did draw 2 cards. I'm kind of screwed if they have a 1 ring. Is the 1 ring? That okay. Let's see. What can I do now? They're gonna need to Wasteland the tower. And oh, oh, that's pretty good, I guess. All right. Well, if I draw Brazen Borrower, maybe I can bounce this and counter on the way back. Seems a little iffy. All right, I'm just gonna try to Wasteland them twice then, I guess. Doesn't really matter if I attack, right? Okay. I mean, the 1 ring has like a real cost. It's not just like play and draw cards and if I have to force something here, then I'll bolt them to. That way I get 2 triggers in the monk, I guess. Oh, in this case, I think I'm just gonna Wasteland them. And attack. Hmm. Maybe I should have cast the Murktide this turn. If I draw a cantrip next turn, more damage. I could consign to memory and replicate once. That makes it harder for them to counter. And if I draw land, but also like next turn play Murktide and Bolt. And then try to play a second ring. Like I said, this one does start chipping away your life total. It's not just drawing cards. If it was like a Mystic Forge deck, they usually can take better advantage of the 1 ring because you start playing mana rocks and things like that. But this deck doesn't do that. I think they have to have the lands in play to fully take advantage of the 1 ring. Um. Oh, I wanted to replicate. Oh my. Okay. I need. Mess it up. If it doesn't get countered, then it's so good. But if it does get countered, then terrible. Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine. Under trap shenanigans. All right. Got a second token. Ponder. Kind of like a ponder. If I bolt them, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really help. I wonder if I should have just let the otter go and bolt the otter and cast Murktide in the same turn, and then trigger Cori-Steel Cutter again. One thing is that now they are priced into casting a second ring, or 2 mana. What are you gonna cast? Chalice in the Void. Yeah, can't really do anything about that. Go to 6. Hmm. Might just die to the One Ring. I mean, they have the Tishana's Sidebinder too, I think. Did I bring the Meltdown? I did not. Okay. I don't need that. All right. So my best bet here is to just attack, and then hopefully their ring kills them. I'm just gonna F6 here. Yeah, I don't have any ways to stop whatever they're trying to do. Maybe they have something against life instant speed. I'm not sure. But I think it was Tishana's Tidebinder. That was the answer that they have to do on one ring. Like killing them. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's what that card does. Actually, I'm gonna look it up now. Oh, it blinked. Okay, that's one way to do it. Yeah, but does not work? Hold on. Dark target no permanent when returning to the battlefield. Captain is on its control. When it's at the beginning of upkeep, you lose life for each board encounter on the one ring. Huh. I didn't think that's how this works. I thought there were, if you blink it and there's 0 counters on it. Wow. Okay. I guess I learned something new too. All right. So that was round 1, and I'll see you guys for round 2. All right. So round 2 of the league with some Cori-Steel Cutter. I think I'm gonna keep this one. Seems reasonable. Arid Mesa. I haven't seen Arid Mesa in Legacy in a while. Oh, it's a DRC. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Another Bauble. Have 2 card types. Um, I don't think I'm gonna mess around, and I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that real quick. Then next turn, if I draw a land that makes any color of mana, Island Grant. Okay, Commercial District. Okay, so they have pump spells, but they don't have a creature. Okay. Put cards on the top of their library. That's what they got here. They kept it on top, but they didn't want it. Is that the top 2 cards of your library? Choose one of them. And the next time you may play that card. If I Daze it and then Wasteland them, is that the best thing I can do? Yeah. Play this. Oops. Let's see. Bauble me. What are they gonna see? Wasteland. Ooh. Um. I'm just gonna play Tamiyo. Tamiyo's it's a blocker. Berserk doesn't give hit trample, does it? Oh, absolutely gets trampled. All right, never mind. I'm not sure how this thing works. I have a Bauble. I'm gonna bolt my Tamiyo. And I'm gonna set the top of my deck again. Okay, so they have a Tigers to a hand. Interesting. This is just another. Okay, so if I'm correct, their hand is Taiga plus Berserk. I think I'll leave it on top. Oh man, these are not good. But next turn I can play. Can fetch and play Cori-Steel Cutter plus Tamiyo, I guess. Unless I play a creature, then I might have to try to dig for a blocker. Okay, so I'm gonna swing for 3. All right, so flying haste. I think I already played this Tiger Bauble. The Berserk's the last card in their hand. I just take a damage here, I guess. They're 16. Still seeing the same Wasteland. Yeah, I guess I'll just ponder first. Double lightning bolt. Okay, I'm gonna keep the lightning bolt. We'll play the Wasteland. All right, let's bolt this guy before it gets out of hand. And I'll swing the team. So their creatures have haste. Maybe there's a reason for me not to attack with all my creatures. I'm at 11. If they draw a creature, okay. I'm just gonna draw a card. We're both playing prowess. The Cori-Steel Cutter. Is it the same as Um, okay. I didn't do the math there to be honest. All right, so they're playing like a aggro um berserk deck, I guess. Yeah, so this surgical is not great. I think I'm put a Tamiyo maybe. Force negation seems okay. Maybe just mostly like a blocker in the last game. Yeah, I could get some force negations because I believe they're trying to do most of this stuff on their turn, so they can kind of play like an infect deck. My opponent's thinking here, what? No. This time they want to go be on the play on the draw. Yeah, it's an aggro deck, right? So like, I mean, I don't know, like Tamiyo might be a good blocker. It's a 0-3, but maybe on the play is a little better. As a turn one that can maybe stop one of their creatures, but I think generally speaking, this is way better, right? I think a big Murktide or Unholy Heat that has Delirium might be better. Right, so they have Legless Quick Reflexes and a Swift Spear. Bauble. Okay, not a Bauble. I'm sorry, Petal Bauble. Interesting. Mishra's Bauble. We'll have Baubles. Hmm. If they use the Lightning Bolt now, I think I bottom. I mean, not bottom, but put that in the graveyard. What are they gonna draw? Not a Bauble. Not a Murktide. Okay. Fire Brain Scheme. Where are the cards revealed? The Exile Zone. Okay. Oh, I just. I'm sorry, I didn't see. Brain Scheme Exile. Oh, I don't even know which one was it. Hmm. Not a fan of that design Magic Online. Or damage already. Um. Yeah. It's their Bauble. Lightning Bolt is gone. Huh. All right. I think I'm navigating this game like very poorly. Hmm. See if I can find an instant or sorcerer to put in the graveyard. Nope. I think you just have to do this now then. Can't force that or Daze it. Okay. Attack for one. All right. That blocks that guy for now, I guess. Giant growth. I mean, mutagenic growth. I'm gonna try to counter that because another one. Okay. Tiny Murktides. Well, let me see if this Murktide gets there. No, don't play a creature. Dude, where is this? Are those two things here? Oh, that is what it is. Okay, cool. All right, I was trying to figure like where does it show here? All right, so they can play that fire shot guy, whatever. Uh, not great to do like this, but okay, I think I want something like this. Because they need creatures to be able to win a game, right? I don't think they can just. I mean, I guess they can bolt me, but I think it's mostly creatures that have to get in the red zone. Definitely didn't navigate this game very well, but another Bauble. Okay, so they get to redraw 2 cards next turn. I mean, you know what I'm going to draw, right? Okay. For 4. And this thing. It doesn't fly, so if they draw another one of those guys, how much this creature costs? The 2? 2 Bauble Bolt kills me? I guess. I mean, mutagenic growth. Excuse me, mutagenic growth does it too, I guess. Gonna put me a 4. If they attack, that means they have it. You know, got a block, right? They have to have something else, right, to give more damage. No. Hmm. Um. Cool. All right. That was a super tight match. Um. Yeah, pretty sure like this game too, I could have navigated a little better, but still got there. Cool. Let's see how round 3 goes. All right, so we're here for round 3. And I don't think I can keep this one. Yeah, what am I even thinking? Okay, all right. I can probably keep this one. So, I think I'm gonna put the bolt back. I keep forgetting that for some reason Discord, even if you close it, It's on the. It makes noise. All right. Looks like we're playing against some blue black shenanigans, which hardly ever happens in Legacy these days, right? / sarcasm. All right. Bonus thinking here, real quick. All right. So let's see. What are we gonna do? If I draw a land, I might just hold up the baubles. No, I think I can play one bauble, I guess. I do risk getting what you call. Yeah. Just getting into reanimated on turn 2. Actually, hold on a second. Let me do I just do it now? Man, this is kind of tough. Because there's a Murktide on top of my deck. That's not great. No, you're a Force of Will, at least. If you're having Tomb Reanimate, then I am in trouble. Maybe I'll draw a Daze next turn. Oh, Thoughtseize. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna Thoughtseize themselves. Okay. And they have a Daze. Uh, hmm. Yep. I don't think I can beat that. Let's see. I think I cut one of these, 2 of these, and maybe a Cori-Steel Cutter. I think I want this 2, this 3, this 1. Maybe need 2 cages. Brazen Borrower. Can shave a Bauble maybe. I still gotta cut another card too. 2 Baubles. I don't know if I want to cut this many Baubles. Um, yeah, try like this. Seems decent. I'll probably Daze whatever they play on turn 1, except like a cantrip. Yep, that's definitely something I want to Daze. I'll leave it on top, I guess. Gonna force it? No. All right. And I'm afraid that they're gonna like reanimate the thing. And I think next turn I could use Murktide as forcible fodder if I want to. This Wasteland seems to be like a dead card here. No, maybe I should have. No, I don't think I should have put in the graveyard. Um, Brainstorm. Sure. I kind of just want Flooded Strand to hit. I don't know, maybe Cori-Steel Cutter or EE for 2. I mean for 1, sorry. Guess I did like this. I don't think I'm gonna be needing this. Okay. If I had played a Wasteland, I would have been able to Daze, I guess. I could Wasteland first and then Daze it. Keep it on top. I think I need a Wasteland. And there's a Cori-Steel Cutter. I don't know how to tap things. So my hope here, I guess, that they use most of their mana to do this. They have 3 mana, so they can do all that in the same turn. I got Brazen Borrower, Murktide. Okay. What do I need to draw? Arrowgoyf. Okay. That tracks the. Does a Pyroblast do anything here? don't think it makes sense for me to go attack. So I can trade here, take 11. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. So that was game round 3. Yeah, I don't know if I could have kept anything different. I think a hard matchup for me to sideboard still. I'm not really sure what angles I'm supposed to try to cover. I thought it was all right. Well played opponents, and all right, we'll see in round 4. Since we're halfway through the league, also it's a good time for me to remind you guys, if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, hit the follow button, hit the like button, leave your comments below. Love reading the comments, and maybe we can still finish this league at 4-1, or like people like to say on Twitch, the 3-2 dream still alive. All right, round 4 of the league. We are on the play. And if this was a Volcanic Island, I would probably keep this in, but it isn't. Guess I can keep this one. I'm gonna play the island back, and I'm just gonna play a turn 1 Thundering Falls. Also, that seems alright. Even if I have to Daze something, I can still just replay. Let me just play a Volcanic and then play the RC. It's a Ponderino. And yeah. I don't know if I have to Daze something. I wonder if I should pick up Thundering Falls in this situation. Tamiyo. Yeah, I guess that's. Um. Hmm. If I'm not gonna pick up this thing, maybe I should just go ahead and do this. Huh. It's an instant, so it doesn't really help with the DRC since I'm already put an instant in the graveyard. Like seeing this color combination now, it almost makes me think of combo nowadays. Like breakfast. And the trap trainer. Yeah. I'm assuming that's the wizard's deck here. Misstep. Okay. Minor misstep. Um. Hmm. So this kind of gives me 2 mana now. All right, Lynn goes in the graveyard. That should counter this, I guess. Okay, then I can play. Oh, what can I do here? I can just play a big Murktide, I guess. Play Tamiyo next turn. It's not a big Murktide, but it's a Murktide. a good size Murktide. We'll go with that. Should be attacking this DRC. Maybe that's I'm playing this card too conservatively still. They have 4 cards in hand and not doing anything. Let Tamiyo first. See what happens. I don't want to get the clue out of Tamiyo first, so before flipping her. Oh, Wrath of the Skies. X equals 1. Um, hmm. Think I can. The 2, 3 Force of Wills in Cutter. What is that gonna do? Okay, so I can do something like this. That flips. And I guess I'll try to force it. That goes to the graveyard. I'm gonna force back. Okay. Attack Tamiyo. I'm assuming. I'm gonna go up. All right. Kind of a fast clock. Do they have to find a source of plowshares? I'm assuming they found it because they just no wanted to ponder. Okay. All right. Cool. So we're gonna get it game 2. I think I want all the blast and maybe Unholy Heat. Wastelands are not good cards in this matchup. Good at Hydroblast because of what's the name of the card that they play? The Flame of Anor. And I feel like Brazen Borrower here. Like a 3-1 flyer. Maybe I can cut 2 Dazes. Alright, this hand is kind of aggro-ish. I guess that's funny because the one card I would like to have here now is Daze. Yeah, I guess I'll just try to resolve this. Seems like I'm walking to like a minor misstep, but yeah. I mean, it was gonna happen anyways, I think. Thundertrap Trainer. What did they find with it? A Brainstorm. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna try to gem this Cori-Steel Cutter. I'm gonna try to do this. Yes. And look what they're gonna draw. Tamiyo. You know what that? Not a forest. That's good, I guess. I'm gonna kind of just want to draw. I'm gonna guess Dramatic Ending. I think I'm gonna try to force it. They don't have land number 3. Oh, they don't. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and guess this. Okay, so they have. Ooh, Wrath of the Sky could be a pain. Brainstorm. Oops. They do have 4 card types. If they play anything, I go to 10. Yeah, if they play a blocker, I'm gonna have to think real hard because since I know they have Wrath of the Skies. Oh, one time I think the Wasteland wouldn't do anything. Not a Cori-Steel Cutter. I guess I'll try to kill that. Can you just deal 10 damage? If I take out this guy, is that enough? Yeah. Cool. All right. So 3-1. That was round 4. I think kind of maybe got a little lucky there in game 1's into probably. But it's a scary matchup for a creature deck that has lots of removal, and Wrath of the Sky could have definitely flipped that game if maybe if they didn't miss the one land drop, but it happens. The other day I lost to Merfolk holding a hand full of Pyroblast and Lightning Bolts, but I never drew a red source in my 2-color deck, so it's certainly something that can happen. All right, we'll see how this league ends. Like I said, the 3-2 Dream still alive. All right, 5th and final round of the league. Currently 3-1. Yeah, I had to think first. I was gonna say 4-1. And again, if you like Legacy, if you like Premodern, make sure to hit the follow button. This is the last round, and hopefully y'all enjoy the league so far. I mean, have a ton of fun playing Cori-Steel Cutter variants. I think the card's a ton of fun to play, and even with this meta that's like maybe not the best for this deck, I think the deck can still put up some good results. I would not be surprised to see a Cori-Steel Cutter deck in the top 8 of Eternal Weekends. All right, I think I'm gonna put the Brainstorm back, and I guess cross my fingers my opponent's not trying to turn it on me. No, it's a huh. guess. I mean, they only have 4 cards. Fuck. I think I'm gonna do this. Sorry for the curse word. Very surprising. Okay, so they have a track. All right, I guess in this case I have to do this. I really made to. All right, don't draw land opponent, or don't have a land. All right, cool. You need to brainstorm here. I mean, ponder. Next turn, I wonder if I should just play DRC or Cori-Steel Cutter, or am I just dead too? All right, that was. I mean, obviously, I could like ponder and shuffle, um, try to hit a Force of Will, but that's no. It's just like a random card, like so I have to shuffle and try to hit it. So, I wonder if I should have Force Negations here. I almost think like lightning bolts don't do a whole lot. I mean, they're only good if I'm playing if they are trying to against Bowmasters, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm again, I'm still not really sure what to do in this matchup. To be quite honest, I've been trying all kinds of configurations as far as sideboarding against blue black reanimator. I even thought about like no, maybe cutting some wastelands because I noticed that like in most board games they just play around wasteland so well that wastelands feel like a dead draw a lot of times, and they're the only reason like now it makes my days is better, but which maybe is enough for me to keep these. I mean, wastelands, but we'll see. We'll try again. I've been trying some different configurations. These videos are not just it's not like instructional video, but it's also like me testing what to do. All right, so this seems all right. I guess the one thing I could do is Bauble first. And if it's a card I want to draw, I can play Wasteland and play Cage. But then I can't Daze their turn one play. So I think, yeah, I think the correct thing to do is to just play Flooded Strand and then Cage. And then next turn, I can Bauble first and then see if I want to keep it. If I don't, I can shuffle it away with a fetch land. If not, then just draw it. Inquisition of Kozilek. Murktide. All right, so let's do this. Like I was saying, let's see what the hell I'm gonna draw. Daze. I think I'll keep it in. And then if I don't cast anything, then I think I just grab the Surveil land. Try to put another instant or sorcerer in the graveyard. Yeah. Hmm. This one's hard to pass up. Yeah. All right, so it's a small mistake here, but I should have played the Wasteland. Because if they cast something, I can try to Wasteland them first and then cast a Daze. Something that people used to do in the old um, Canadian threshold days. All right, so what I got here? I got Daze and Force of Will, right? Don't Wasteland me opponents. Brainstorm. All right. Super awkward here that I have a Thundering Falls because. All right, I need to do a cantrip, I guess. A tiny tide. I don't think there's any reason not to Wasteland though. They're never gonna see the double days coming. I was kind of joking about that, but I guess it worked out. Tamiyo seems okay. All right, guess I'm gonna swing for 6. Okay, the next turn, if everything goes okay, I can cast Tamiyo plus, not casting Tamiyo, and plus anything. The Barrowgoyf. Oh my gosh, the bane of my happiness. The card resolves. It did not resolve. Sweet. All right. Guess I'll cast a Tamiyo. Fortunately, that does not trigger the monk. Please don't have any creatures opponent. Just pass. Maybe no, they can't reanimate anything. What am I talking about? No, I only have 2 card types, so case I draw an Unholy Heat or something like that. A bit of Triumph. Hmm. So it's close, right? Because if I Unholy this thing, they take 3 damage, but that's not enough. Kind of funny. That's why they got a Murktide now. All right, so it's a 5/5 Murktide. Yeah. All right. Um. Yeah, I need to drop Pyroblast, I guess, or Ponder. Five. I guess if I draw a Bauble, oh, what am I missing? Okay, so I need to draw Ponder, or that doesn't do it. Hmm. Hmm. I guess I don't want to draw cards. No, so I have to. There's 3. I mean, block Goif doesn't get bigger. 3 cards in. If it's another Goif, I think then just kind of shut the door. In position. Okay. Oh, take this thing, right? So yeah, like I'm looking here. I wouldn't have Bolt instead of Unholy Heat, right? But maybe instead of Tamiyo, but I don't think so. I think Tamiyo is better. I took Tamiyo. Interesting. Um. All right. So I guess I can play Cage and Tamiyo. That triggers this thing. Right, I can swing for 2. Let's back and block here. Okay, so there are 8. Then another barrel glyph. There. All right. I don't. That's a brainstorm. I don't know if it's gonna do it. Mostly like not. I can just counter this and then the game is over. Um, yeah, because I needed to have a sorcerer in the graveyard to kill this. Yeah, this thing's not even gonna fly near. So yeah, Murktide just kills me too. All right. Okay, so that was a 3-2 league. I've been having some mixed results against Blue Black Reanimator, and this league was a good example of that, I guess. Um, I'm still not really sure how to sideboard against that deck and Mystic Forge, to be honest, and which is not a good look for Cori-Steel Cutter. Also, there's like kind of complicated to figure out like when to uh, tap out and kind of progress your plan. Or I think the mulligan decisions are against Blue Black, Tempo, and Reanimators. It's kind of complicated because they're a discard spell. I mean, I'm sorry, it's a deck that plays discard spells. So like, no, going down to 5 sometimes is kind of. Let's say if I want to go down to 5 to get a surgical extraction, then um, you just get hit with a Thoughtseize, or in this case, it gets Inquisition and Kozilek too. Makes things even more complicated. But generally speaking, I'm trying to stop the reanimation part of the plan and have an answer to Barrowgoyf, right? So at this point, the Barrowgoyf answer is Unholy Heat and Force of Will. So I haven't been. Some people like to cut some Force of Wills against the Tempo matchup, but I think in that case, you have to have Force of Will against this deck just because, again, Barrowgoyf is a card that will win the game. Um, and Unholy Heat is good. Of course, Pyroblast can deal with their Murktides, but you still kind of have things like line up well, right? And the more I've been playing against this matchup, it's Lightning Bolt and Tamiyo, the two cards that I'm not very happy with them. And I don't think I can cut the Baubles because they still help with DRC and like filling up the graveyard, or Murktide and just like triggering Cori-Steel Cutter and which we call just card selection, right? With DRC and Mishra's Bauble, it's okay, but it is a terrible top deck, right? So maybe it is. Yeah, again, I'm not really sure if I have an answer for that one. And then again, as far as the sideboard, I do like Pyroblast against Blue Black and Cage and Unholy Heat. The other card that I've been seeing some people run in the sideboard against them. Oh, it's not on this list. It's Price of Progress. I think that is also pretty good. Then you would keep all the bolts and just try to be a more aggressive deck. If you get them down to like 8 life, 6 life, whatever, a Lightning Bolt plus a Price of Progress might just win the game. So, but yeah. So that's it. That was the end of the video. Thanks everyone for watching. Again, me and Curran, we start recording a pre-modern podcast like on this channel. We release every 2 weeks. Curran, aka Testacular. But I still have the Legacy podcast, Legacy Small Talk, that we record weekly, and we release episodes on Fridays at 8 a.m. Eastern time. We are going to be at Eternal Weekend, so if you see us there, come say hi. We should have t-shirts and some stickers. We'll have stickers to give out, and I think we're going to have a we should have the shirts for sale later on, but we should have stickers with us that we can hand out to people that come talk to us. Like I said, we record it weekly. Mike, aka Eureka22, I should remember off the top of my head. Mike's usually like one of the trophy leaders. And Jared, we both record the podcast weekly. And again, if you like Legacy, if you like Premonitor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave your comments below. I love reading comments. And again, at the time of this video, we were like a week away from, maybe a few less than a week away from Eternal Weekend. I planning on being there in Pittsburgh. So if you see me, come say hi. If you see one of the guys from the podcast, come say hi. And thanks for watching, and catch you guys next time.